High in the Ozark Mountains of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, stands a grand Victorian hotel with a view as breathtaking as its history is chilling. The Crescent Hotel was built as a symbol of luxury and elegance, a mountain retreat for society's elite. But behind its ornate halls and sweeping staircases lies a much darker story. Over the years, this hotel has been a women's college, a hospital run by a fraudulent doctor, and now it's one of the most haunted hotels in America. So settle in, because in today's episode, we're checking into the Crescent Hotel.
Welcome to Haunted Hangout, a podcast for those fascinated by the unexplained, captivated by the paranormal, and entranced by the absurd. I'm your host, Chelsea.
And I'm your host, Liz. Hello.
Hello.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It hasn't really been a while because I did see you yesterday and on Friday.
Not a while since I've seen you, but
a
little while
since
since
we've
we've
recorded.
recorded. Yeah. It's been a time.
It's been a time.
But yeah, I think we're kind of figured out
Yeah.
our schedule in terms of us being able to record again, like on a weekly basis. So we should have episodes out again every week, unless like something like crazy comes up and we're like,
We're like,
yeah,
psych.
yeah. But I think we should be like good now. And then we
Yeah.
went on. Okay, so
Basically, on Friday, we were like, oh, let's have a sleepover and record. And I got all the way to Liz's house and we were, we had some wine.
Yes.
We were chatting. We were catching up because we haven't seen each other in a
Yeah.
hot minute. And then Liz goes, okay, so like, I think we're ready to record. Do you have the recording equipment? And my face just drops and I'm like, what?
the what?
The what? And I actually forgot all of our equipment
Yeah.
at my house an hour and a half away.
Yes.
So
It's okay.
And then Ryan, I realized like on Friday,
Yeah.
had we been in the right frame of mind, I could have
Right.
asked Ryan
Oh.
to bring the
Oh.
equipment on
the
Saturday.
Yeah.
But I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about that either. It's okay.
We were like, all right, it's fine. We'll just
fine, we'll
we'll just
just-
watch Krampus instead.
Yeah.
So
We did indeed watch Krampus.
We did.
Because we're in a holiday mood, but we're still in
But we're still in a spooky mood.
I feel like we're all just year round we're in a spooky mood.
Yep.
But this time of year it's obviously like more Christmas.
Yes. So we watched Krampus instead.
We did watch Krampus, and then so we were like, okay, we'll record on Sunday. But we still had some business
We did.
things
We
that we
did.
discussed on Friday.
We set our
relatively
goals
productive.
for 2026. We were productive.
So we're hoping to just be more active
Yeah.
on like with like social media and stuff, and like we'll obviously still be doing our weekly episodes and stuff. So yeah, we'll be there a bit more, I think.
We hope.
We're gonna try.
We're gonna try our very best in 2026.
Yeah, because we both love still doing the podcast, but life was just like very
it was
hectic
just
for a while.
busy. Yeah, hectic.
Yeah. Okay, we'll start talking about Crescent Hotel.
Yeah.
Which when I was researching this, I was so excited. I don't know what it is about this hotel that I'm low-key obsessed with.
I want to see it.
I'm legit obsessed with it, and I want to go so bad, even though it's like,
Where is
it's
it?
in Arkansas, which
Oh,
is so
that's-
random. No
yeah.
offense if you live in Arkansas, but I would go like literally just to go to this hotel. I would go there.
Sorry, I just need to see how things. Whoa. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It does give like hospital vibes, kind of.
I think that's why I like this one so much, because there's like a
That is really cool. Look
Yeah.
at that.
I
Where
know.
sick folks get well.
I'll go
We
all
cure-
into that.
Oh, that's
Don't you worry.
interesting.
There's like the history of it is so
like fascinating.
fascinating, and then the hauntings are also like so fascinating. So there's like
I'm
a good
excited.
mix of both,
Love
which is
it.
like right up our alley.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
okay, let's get into the Crescent Hotel.
Ooh.
So obviously I'm going to talk about the history first to give you all the background. So the Crescent Hotel is in Eureka Springs. So Eureka Springs was established among the landscape of the Ozark Mountains in 1879. So this area was of particular interest due to the presence of natural springs that many believed possessed healing properties. Yep. So news of the alleged magical springs spread, and people seeking relaxation and rejuvenation traveled from far and wide in order to reap the springs' benefits.
Oh, I'm seeking relaxation and rejuvenation.
Right? Do we have natural springs around Ontario? I don't think we do.
I don't think we do.
It's Ontario. Maybe like more up north.
Yeah.
Not here.
Not here.
So Eureka Springs quickly grew into a lively community of around 15,000 people by 1880. Governor Powell Clayton, along with the Eureka Springs Improvement Company, organized the arrival of the Frisco Railroad to Eureka Springs. With this new railroad, as well as the town's flourishing reputation, the Eureka Springs Improvement Company knew that a grand resort hotel was a necessary addition to cater to the large number of visitors. So in 1884, construction of the Crescent Hotel began atop Crescent Mountain. So it's actually really cool. It's like when you drive into Eureka Springs, the Crescent Hotel is like it like looms over the city. Like you can see it like up in the mountains. It's like really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. So the construction began on the Crescent Mountain, and then the hotel officially opened its doors in 1886. So it took about 2 years for them to build the hotel.
I feel like they built things so much faster back then for some reason.
Do you think so?
I don't know. I feel like things are built so slowly here nowadays. Like,
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
not. Maybe it's because like they had like no labor laws back then.
That's so.
It's so bad. But
I don't know why
true.
we're laughing. It's sad,
terrible.
But it's very true.
They just like made people work
insane
constantly.
Hours, yeah.
So the hotel was equipped with amenities most people didn't have at home, such as Edison light bulbs, steam heat, and the water from the springs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So the Crescent Hotel quickly became renowned as a premier destination for the wealthy and elite, largely in part due to its opulent ballrooms, fine dining, and superb service. I didn't include this in here, but I remember, I think I read it, or it was like, there's a documentary about this hotel as well.
Where'd you watch the documentary?
So you have to rent it. It's I rented it through Apple TV.
Oh, okay.
But for people in the States, I'm pretty sure it's on Prime. I don't know if you still have to rent it. It's not it wasn't on Prime in Canada, but I think in the States it is. It's called Tales from the Crescent is what the documentary is called. And it goes into like history and hauntings.
That is a great name.
Yeah. It's actually like well done.
I might watch that later today.
Oh, what I was going to say. So back then it was so like the way that it was like so like for the wealthy people, like they didn't even, you couldn't like just go and like book a room. Like you had to be invited to stay. Like that's how like elite it was. Yeah.
It's like a club.
Yeah, literally. So in 1908, the Crescent College and Conservatory for Young Women opened within the hotel. So like by this point, I think they weren't making as much money.
When was it? When did it open?
The hotel opened in 1886.
Yeah.
So at first it was like very like a lot of people were coming, and then I think just over time like they weren't getting as much business. So they still operated the hotel in like the summer months. But then, like, the rest of the year, it was, like, a college for women.
And when did that open?
1908.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So a while after.
Yeah, like, I think that's, like, I can't do math. 30.
Something.
Yeah. So the college operated from September through June, allowing the hotel to operate during the busier summer months. The college closed in 1924 due to lack of funding, reopened as Crescent Junior College in 1930, and then closed again in 1934. The college was known for its high standards and taught subjects such as math, science, English, history, music, art, and business, which at the time is actually pretty rare for like a women's college, that they were being taught like all of those subjects, because like usually it was just like home economics and like shit like that, right? So the hotel remained closed until 1937, when a man named Norman Baker purchased the Crescent Hotel and transformed it into the Baker Cancer Clinic, which is you saw the poster from that.
The poster that I was reading.
Yeah. So Baker presented himself as an ingenious healer and claimed to possess the cure for cancer. He marketed the Baker Cancer Clinic with claims that he could cure cancer without the need for any surgical procedures, x-rays, or radium, which at the time was how you treated cancer.
Yeah.
those were pretty much your only options.
Yeah.
However, Baker's treatments and medical theories held no real credibility.
Yeah.
In fact, Baker himself was not a doctor, nor a medical professional of any kind.
He's just a con artist then.
Yep, he literally was. So prior to working with cancer patients, Baker had been a vaudeville performer for over a decade. Vaudeville.
What is that?
It was like...
What is vaudeville?
I'm going to Google it because I want to give you like...
Yeah.
So vaudeville was a popular theatrical genre of variety entertainment in the United States and Canada from the 1880s to the 1930s, featuring a mix of like comedic and musical acts, dancers, acrobats, and trained animals.
Oh.
So
like
like
kind of like a circus.
A circus and like a play and like a
play.
Like it's just like a
show.
It's a show. People didn't have fucking like TV and shit back then. This is, I guess, one of the ways people got their entertainment. So yeah, like I said, he was a vaudeville performer for over a decade. And then he went on to start his own radio show called Know the Naked Truth. So that was around like the 1920s when like radio first became a thing.
Yeah. It was called Know the Naked Truth.
That was what his show was called, yes.
Interesting.
So on his radio show, Baker often talked about political and societal issues, including vaccines, bovine TB testing, and the 1928 presidential election. He later went on to denounce medical doctors, as well as the American Medical Association.
Huh.
Yep. So yep. It was during this time that he heard of a doctor in Kansas City who had allegedly found the cure to cancer. Curious, Baker decided to sponsor 5 patients to journey to Kansas City and try this miracle cure. Unfortunately, all 5 patients succumbed to their illness.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. So while the treatment failed, it sparked an idea in Baker. He would claim the cure as his own.
Oh.
Yep, he literally just like...
So he's like, now that I know this doesn't work...
yeah, it literally didn't work, but he was like, you know what? I'm going to steal it and tell people that it does work.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So in 1929, Baker began promoting his cancer treatment through his own newspaper, the Midwest Free Press, as well as a tabloid magazine called TNT, which stood for The Naked Truth. So in 1930, Baker opened the Baker Institute in Muscatine, Iowa, out of an old skating rink and began treating patients for cancer and other illnesses. Yeah. The conditions in this quote-unquote hospital were deplorable. Things weren't sterilized properly. It was overcrowded. No real medical doctors were employed. And patients were often left to fend for themselves.
That's really sad.
Yeah. The American Medical Association caught wind of Baker's nefarious operations and went to the Federal Radio Commission to plead that they shut down his radio show. They obliged and revoked his broadcasting license.
Well, good.
Yeah. They were like, this man needs to stop spewing his bullshit.
Cannot just like be spewing this bullshit.
So next, the American Medical Association set their sights on the Baker Institute. So facing charges of practicing without a medical license, Baker closed the hospital and fled to Mexico. He stayed there for several years and was able to restart his radio show, growing it into the most listened station in the U.S. Yeah.
Oh,
I know. So, however, amidst rumors of an impending civil war, Baker returned to the United States, where he was finally charged for practicing without a medical license. Can you guess what his penalty was, his punishment for practicing without a medical license? Having this whole clinic?
It's gonna be like a slap on the wrist.
Literally.
Of like, don't do it again.
Yeah.
And no more broadcasting for you.
Yeah. So he was...
Was I close?
Well, he was ordered to pay a $1,000 fine, which to him is like nothing because he has millions of dollars.
Rich, yeah.
And spend just one day in jail.
What?
One day.
How is that going to teach him anything?
It's not. And it didn't. Yeah, no, it's fucked. So in 1937, after serving his sentence, the one day.
Just one day, it's $1,000.
Yeah. Baker packed up and moved to Eureka Springs, buying the Crescent Hotel.
Yeah.
So Eureka Springs invited Baker in. Yeah. Believing that his wealth could breathe new life into the town. Because at this point, the Crescent Hotel was like,
into the town.
yeah, it like was sitting empty. So like
they were like, we need someone with
money to come in.
Come in.
Yeah, literally. So Baker saw opportunity too. Arkansas recognized eclectic degrees, which required just 2 terms of medical schooling, yet granted the power to diagnose, prescribe, and certify deaths.
What?
You only had to go for 2 terms.
That's like 1 year. 2 terms? Like,
yeah.
Fall semester,
and you can be like, yeah,
semester.
this person's dead. No.
No.
And like diagnose. What would you even know?
What would you even know after
right?
2 terms?
So these were the quote unquote doctors that he staffed his hospital with.
Oh,
so the doctors that he had there weren't even
first year medical students.
Yeah, like literally weren't even
doctors.
Yeah. So the Baker Cancer Clinic attracted patients from all over the country who were desperate enough to believe Baker's claims that he could cure their cancer. So his miracle cure was referred to as recipe number 5 and contained glycerin, watermelon seeds, corn silk, carbolic acid, which, side note, and terrible fact, was what they used during the Holocaust when they put people in gas chambers.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Oh, dear Lord.
And water from the natural springs. So patients...
just death juice, I guess.
Correct. So patients were injected with recipe number 5 up to 7 times a day.
No.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Baker's unorthodox methods failed and often led to futile suffering and death. As mentioned, Baker was a staunch advocate against standard medical practices, and this included the use of pain relievers. This meant that patients of the Baker Cancer Clinic were forced to live with the immense pain of cancer unaided.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So many of the severely sick patients were sent to a restricted ward of the hospital that was referred to as the pain asylum. This area was soundproof and featured boarded up windows and steel doors that locked from the outside. So just absolutely horrible. In addition to recipe number 5, patients were encouraged to practice mental exercises, which Baker also believed would help cure them. I think he at one point said that cancer was like a mind over matter type thing.
Well,
no. And then also too, like when people like weren't cured, he would be like, well, you didn't like practice your mental exercises like hard enough.
God.
Yeah, right? Like just absolute fucked. So the precise number of deaths at the Baker Cancer Clinic is unknown, as Baker did not keep any medical records. Surprise.
Yeah, there's no surprise to that one.
But one can assume that this number would be significant.
Yeah.
So in 1939, Baker was finally arrested, but not for his dangerous medical practices. Can you guess what he was arrested for? Something super random
and dumb.
It is.
Like theft? Arson?
No.
I don't know. Tell me.
Mail fraud.
What is everyone up to in the early 1900s?
It was actually like someone like set him up, which like I don't have it written here, but I kind of remember from, I think they go over it in the documentary. They like the governor or the mayor of the town and him were like beefing at the time. Because Baker was like trying to like go against him or I don't know, something like that, and then the mayor was like, fuck, we gotta get this guy like out of here.
Yeah.
So they like set him up because he was like sending people like letters and stuff in the mail being like, I can cure your cancer, which like I guess you can't do. It's a lie, right? Like you can't do that through the mail or whatever. So they like had him send letters like to fake people, and like that's how they caught him on the mail fraud, because they like received the letters of him like spouting like, you know, obviously like lies.
Yeah.
So that's how they got him on mail fraud. They like literally set him up. Yeah.
That's
which like obviously you can't do now, but back then this is like the 30s. So they were like whatever. Like I was saying, so Baker had been using the postal service to promote his cures, and this violation landed him a 4-year federal prison sentence and a $4,000 fine, which is crazy to me that it's
more than practicing without a license.
Yes. Like, pardon?
Yeah.
I don't know. So, obviously, yeah, right? It was, I don't know.
It doesn't make any, anyway.
No, it makes zero sense. So, obviously, the hospital closed after he was arrested.
Yeah.
And then after serving 3 years and 3 months of his sentence, he was released and immediately tried to open another clinic in Iowa.
Come on.
So, clearly, like, did not learn anything about anything.
No.
But fortunately, his idea was immediately kiboshed.
Well, thank God.
I don't know how it didn't happen. I couldn't really find that, but I'm assuming people were like, fuck
wait
no.
a damn minute.
Absolutely
We've been
not.
through this rodeo before.
So, accepting defeat, Baker retired to Florida, where he lived out the remainder of his days on a yacht.
What?
Because the man was super rich, which is crazy, and I feel like he deserved that's
not fair.
Yeah,
he does not deserve to live out his days on
a yacht. No, he absolutely did not. So he died in 1958 of cirrhosis of the liver, though some wonder if he actually died from undiagnosed liver cancer.
The irony.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Truly.
That was wild.
Yeah, right?
Wow, I can't believe I actually can't believe it's the mail fraud.
That's what got him.
That's what got him in jail?
Yep.
Really? Like, he basically caused so many people to die. And
And a lot of people, too, like, who came to his clinic didn't actually have cancer. Because they didn't... they would come to the clinic, or... I guess they would come to the clinic thinking maybe they did have cancer, and they would, falsely... diagnose people with cancer.
Yeah. Oh god.
So yeah, people were there,
and then they would just give them a cocktail of
shit,
death,
and then those people probably didn't die, but they still suffered immensely, right?
Yeah. I'm so curious for how many people
actually
died. Yeah. Did it give anything online?
There's
I can't remember kind of number.
Yeah, I can't remember where they got this number from. I also think this is in the documentary. There's at least 40 confirmed cases. I think they were able to find that number because that's I think a funeral home. They had gone and picked up bodies and they had a number. Yeah. But obviously it would definitely be way more than 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in 1946, the Crescent Hotel was bought by 4 individuals: Herbert A. Byfield, John R. Constantine, Dwight O. Nichols, and Herbert E. Shutter, who sought to restore the hotel to its original glory. In collaboration with the Frisco Railroad, the new owners established travel vacation packages.
Okay.
The vacation packages proved to be advantageous as droves of tourists flocked to Eureka Springs in order to enjoy the hotel's luxurious accommodations.
Ooh.
So they were able to run that for about 21 years, but tragically, a fire caused by faulty wiring broke out, destroying much of the penthouse and 4th floor and leading to extensive repairs. So by 1970, the hotel was sold to Resort Enterprises, Inc., but was sold once again to Crescent Heights Development, Inc. just 2 years later. The developers set out to bring the Crescent Hotel back to its former greatness, blending its old world charm with modern conveniences. So they just keep trying to renovate it and make it how it was again, but haven't really been that successful. So during the 1980s, the Crescent Hotel witnessed memorable events, which included a sold-out Willie Nelson concert and a keynote speech delivered by then-Governor Bill Clinton. So say Bill. So the hotel's ownership changed hands once again, first to Wichita Federal Savings and Loan, and then to Gary and Carol Clausen. By February of 1997, the once grand Crescent Hotel had fallen into disrepair until Marty and Elise Ronick, I think that's how you say their last name, stepped in. So determined to revive its former beauty, they set out to breathe new life into the historic building, which again seems to be the theme here.
Yeah, it seems to be the exact same thing that they've literally been trying to do.
They just keep trying.
37 years.
Yes. But obviously, we'll get there, but they were able to
they eventually figured it out.
She's still the lady Elise, she's still the owner.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the restoration included numerous developments, including the design and construction of the 5th floor, which had been destroyed by the fire in 1967, historically themed furnishings, bathroom renovations, and bedroom redesigns. In 2008, 4 treetop cottages were added to the property.
Oh, cute.
Right? Cute. A new conservatory was built on the site of the original conservatory used by the Crescent College, which became a sought-after venue for weddings.
Oh, I can see that.
If I lived in Arkansas, I would fucking want to get married there.
Yeah.
In 2019, a landscaping crew at the Crescent Hotel had been digging around the back. Susan Benson, the grounds manager and head gardener, was looking over the site when she noticed something shiny in the dirt. She pulled it out and found that it was a small jar filled with clear liquid and what appeared to be bodily tissue.
Oh! What?
So over the next hour, Susan found over 100 jars all filled with unknown substances.
Damn, this took such a dark turn. We were just talking about cute little cottage and conservatories or people getting married, and then you tell me there's jars of body parts.
Yes. Yep.
I was unprepared for that.
Yeah.
I was unprepared. I was not ready for that.
Sorry.
Sorry, go on.
So when archaeologists came to the property, and they found more than 500 bottles.
What?
Yeah, not all of the bottles had like body parts, but they
them?
were all filled with like substances and stuff.
Oh.
So they found the 500 bottles as well as an old bone saw.
Okay.
Yeah. So many of the bottles were confirmed to contain alcohol with human tissue believed to be tumors.
What?
Yeah. Just 3 days after Susan discovered the jars, so she was like the head gardener lady.
Oh, poor Susan.
She experienced a chillingly vivid nightmare.
Well.
A hand rose from the mattress and clamped over her mouth.
Oh, God.
More hands followed, gripping her and dragging her downward into the bed. The nightmares continued, sometimes 4 times a week, and Susan's mental health began to unravel.
That's fair.
Yeah. Eventually, she felt she had no choice but to leave her job at the Crescent Hotel and move away from Eureka Springs entirely.
Yeah.
Yet even now, she still dreams of those hands. Which kind of sucks. And she's also in the documentary, and she says that like she was planning to retire like at the Crescent Hotel. Like this was like her she was gonna like end there.
Oh my God.
And like so, and then she found all these jars. And then had to quit because she was having terrible nightmares.
Do they know, like, I mean, I'm assuming that the jars came from
when it was the cancer clinic. Yes.
That's what I'm assuming. Yep. But okay, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
God.
And apparently too, it gets kind of crazy when you think about it. And I had this thought too. I was like, wait a sec. Like they had jars of tumors and shit.
Yeah.
But they literally marketed the clinic as being like, they don't do surgery.
Yeah. They don't like, it said it on that,
on the poster.
Yeah.
But they still were.
Oh.
And so this is also too, because generally if you're going to keep like human tissue or something in like a jar or vessel, like you put it in formaldehyde.
Yeah.
So they were like, the fact that it was in alcohol just shows that it was meant to be displayed. And apparently he had a lot of these jars displayed in the lobby.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah. And then they think that when he knew that like he probably was gonna get shut down soon, like they were kind of like,
they're like, bury the jars in the garden.
they all just like buried them in the garden to like hide evidence or like whatever.
What in the world?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Oh dear.
Anyway,
that's really gross.
So today, the Crescent Hotel welcomes visitors from around the world as a luxurious mountaintop retreat with elegant rooms, a world-class spa,
and gardens filled with jars.
Well, they're not there anymore. But yeah.
Well, you might find some.
Yeah, I mean,
who knows?
Who knows? Maybe there's more. Yeah. A world-class spa, dining, and endless activities, it's a far cry from its dark past. Still, beneath the beauty and comfort, whispers of the hotel's haunted history linger, reminding guests that not all of its residents have checked out. So yes, we're going to talk about the resident ghosts first, because there's a handful of resident ghosts.
Okay.
I love a resident ghost.
Me too.
Like they have a name and like they're like
they have a story.
Yeah, right. I'm like, oh. Okay, so the first resident ghost is Michael. So one of the Crescent Hotel's most infamous spirits is Michael, an Irish stonemason who helped construct the Grand Resort in the 1880s.
Wow.
So his life was cut short when he fell to his death during the build, but many believe he never truly left. So guests say his spirit remains tied to room 218, the place where his fatal fall may have occurred. So people think he was like working higher up, because it's like 5 floors, and then fell and like fell into what is now room 218, and like that's where he died. And this is like more alleged, like that was so long ago that like there's not really like record. But Michael is said to have a fondness for female guests. So women staying in room 218 have reported feeling a touch on their shoulder when no one else was there, and more than a few have been startled when the shower curtain suddenly pulled back on its own. So you'll be like in there showering, and then all of a sudden it's like
dirty dog.
It's like, Michael, please. I'm
look
trying
up.
to clean. So one guest on a ghost tour hoped to summon Michael and decided to appeal to his roots. In room 218, she played Irish folk music and poured a shot of whiskey as an offering. Moments later, she and her family watched in disbelief as the top dresser drawer slid open on its own. They tried to recreate the event, stomping on the floor and knocking on the furniture, but the drawer remained shut.
Interesting.
Yeah. So other guests have reported equally chilling experiences in the room. Disembodied hands appearing from the bathroom mirror.
Don't love that.
Yeah. Doors that open and close by themselves, and the distant sound of a man screaming.
Oh.
Yeah. Some have even witnessed a ghostly figure, believed to be Michael, plummeting from the ceiling before vanishing into thin air. So it's like a residual of him falling almost.
He's just,
reliving his death. Which is
that's
sad. Now we're on to the next resident ghost.
It's so interesting because in so many like haunted hotels, I find that there's always like a room on the second floor that's haunted.
Interesting.
Like,
you noticed that?
Yeah. Well, there's in the Fairmont, I'm pretty sure that it was the second floor. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was like the second floor that there was a room that was haunted. And then I was talking about this with my mom because we were talking about we're talking about like our podcast and stuff, obviously, and then we were talking about like haunted places because I told her I want to do some like haunted Christmas places, and she was telling me about this hotel that my parents almost stayed in Boston, which is really haunted. But then she didn't stay there because she was like reading all the stuff. And she's like, absolutely it's so not haunted. Like I'm not staying there. And there's a room on the second floor that's haunted as well.
Interesting.
So it's just like interesting.
Yeah.
That there's always a connection.
Anytime we do a hotel, we have to like...
Yeah, we gotta like...
Make a note.
Make a little Excel
sheet. Second floor.
Right? Because I'm like, what is it about the second floor and why is it always haunted? On? Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, that's our new thing.
We're gonna track this.
Yeah. Okay, so we're on to our next resident ghost, and this one's kind of sad. So this is called Brecky. So Clifton Brecky Breckenridge Thompson, so like Brecky was like his nickname, is another spirit said to haunt the hallways of the illustrious hotel. So Brecky was only 4.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, so he was the 4-year-old son of the Crescent College president, Richard Breckenridge, and one of the college teachers, Mary Breckenridge Thompson. Tragically, Brecky died at the hotel due to complications of appendicitis.
Oh,
yeah.
Brecky.
So he is often seen playing with a ball on the second floor hallway. He also enjoys playing with the guests' children, who have described him as having curly blonde hair and wearing old-timey clothes.
Oh,
so he's just
Brecky.
He's just there.
He's just looking
for
friends.
Playing. He's looking for friends. Oh, poor little guy.
Sad, poor little guy.
Okay, our next resident ghost is Dr. Ellis. So the ghost of Dr. John Fremont Ellis is also believed to haunt the second floor.
Yeah, see? Second floor.
Yeah. So Dr. Ellis was the in-house doctor at the Crescent Hotel in the early 1900s. So his office is now room 212, where guests frequently report smelling cherry pipe tobacco, which Dr. Ellis was known to smoke. Yeah. So guests and staff have also reported seeing a finely dressed man in a top hat throughout the hotel, and this entity is believed to be the doctor.
Interesting.
Which I don't know why, like...
A doctor would be wearing a top hat?
That's not what I was going to say, but yeah, that's a fair point.
Unless he's
maybe
like at a ball.
It's just like something that he wore like when he was like walking around, like outside, like when he'd come in. I don't know, but the idea of like a ghost in a top hat like kind of freaks me out.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. That just like, ugh.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I mean, niche?
No, I don't think it's niche. I just imagine like someone who's like, I don't know. It's just like what they wore back.
Right. I don't know why. I think top hats just in general freak me out. I don't know why.
They are very random.
Maybe because it's like people don't wear them anymore. So it's like I associate it with like old timey people and like
that's
Victorian ghosts. Yeah, right? Like, okay, so we're on to our next resident spirit.
Okay.
And this one is just, I love so much. So while the Crescent Hotel is home to many human spirits, one non-human spirit also inhabits the hotel, namely Morris, a marmalade tabby cat who died in 1994. There's a cat ghost. Sorry, I read that. I was like, oh my God. I'm like sad that he died, but like he lived a long life.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So Morris lived at the hotel for over 20 years.
Oh, Morris.
And was often referred to as the general manager.
That's why he stayed.
Yeah. They like, I think, so it was like this like random cat just like walked into the hotel one day and like never left. So like all the staff would like joke that he was the general manager.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So he was so beloved that more than 300 people attended his funeral, and a portrait of him is hung in the lobby.
That's
and it's
iconic.
still there.
I would like to see this.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah.
So since the late 90s, Morris has been seen wandering the hotel. Guests on ghost tours have also felt a cat brush up against their leg, only to look down and see nothing there.
Oh.
And they still have like cats who live there. I think there's 2 right now. It's like
that's cool.
Jasper and let me look it up. Jasper and Ozzy are the current cats. And
Jasper's a really cute name for a cat.
This is the portrait of Morris that hangs in the lobby.
Morris.
I know.
That's cute. That's cute.
Okay, so of course there's resident ghosts from when it was a cancer clinic.
Yeah.
So Theodora, Norman Baker, and then there's other cancer clinic spirits there as well. So the ghost of a young woman named Theodora is said to haunt room 419. She is believed to have been either a nurse or a patient of the Baker Cancer Clinic. Her spirit is usually seen standing outside the door of room 419, fumbling with a set of keys. So guests staying in this room have said that they've returned to find their belongings neatly arranged in one spot when they had previously left them scattered around the room.
Well, so that's kind of convenient.
Yeah, right? She just likes things neat and tidy.
Yeah,
so she'll clean your room for you.
I'm kind of into that, honestly.
Yeah. So in one instance, a couple were arguing as they unpacked, haphazardly leaving things around the room. When they returned a short time later, all of their belongings had been put back into their suitcases, which were found beside the door.
We kind of love this.
Right? So she was kind of like, I don't like your arguing. Please leave.
She's like, please get out of here and stop arguing.
Yeah.
And by the way, here's everything neatly packed.
I already packed it for you.
Please
leave.
Guys.
So the couple proceeded to stay in a different room that night.
That's fair.
They got the hint.
That's fair.
Yeah. They were like, okay.
They're like, we get it.
I understand.
Girl.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
So other guests have awoken in the morning to find loose change that they had left out stacked into neat piles.
Oh, that's kind of freaky.
Yeah, right?
Things with like
stacked
or like, I don't know, we can talk about this after, but with change and stuff, like, I feel like it's because it's like a sign that like something's trying to like reach out to you if you keep finding like change everywhere.
Oh, I didn't know this.
I heard that somewhere. I don't remember where I heard it from, but like it's like if you always find like in random places, if you find coins, it means that like something's like trying to reach out to you or watch over you or something like that. Yeah, it's like an old
an old kind of like
tale.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
But it's interesting that she stacks it. Like, damn, that's
she just likes things like neat. Okay, so staff have witnessed the apparition of a nurse pushing a gurney, and even report hearing wheels squeaking. So this is like in the hallways of like where the rooms are, and apparently people think it's like, so when people would die in the cancer clinic, they would only like, they didn't want other people, like other patients seeing people dying, because obviously then that just proves that it's not working. So they would like wait until nighttime and like quietly like wheel
like hear the
people out.
Wheels. Yeah,
so it's like you can still like hear the squeaky wheels at night.
Like that at all.
Yeah. So in the old hospital morgue, guests have felt lightheaded, a tightness in their chest, and the overwhelming feeling of dread. A dark figure has reportedly appeared in the morgue, with the first sightings emerging almost exactly when the jars were unearthed in 2019.
Ew, no.
So it's like when they like like when they unearthed all the jars, like
they
another like spirit or entity like was like freed.
Where is I'm imagining it's like in the
it's more in the basement. Yeah.
But I guess it's still
it used to be like the old kitchen. Like when it was a hotel, it was like a kitchen.
Oh, there's just like kids playing outside, but I heard a sound. I was like,
I heard that too.
And I was like,
Morris,
you here? Are you with us?
Morris? It was the old like hotel kitchen, which I'm assuming would be like more in the basement, and now they like made it into the morgue, and it still like looks how the morgue used to look back then.
So they just kept it, kind of. That's
like so
interesting.
I'm gonna get there, but like. They do ghost tours.
Yeah. So
like they embrace and you go down into the morgue.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the area of the hotel that was once used as the pain asylum is now the honeymoon suite.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Several follow-up questions. Who would choose that?
I don't know.
Do people not like feel energy? Like you walk into a room and you're like,
Oh no, yeah,
this is a great spot for the honeymoon suite.
Yeah, I'm unsure why they chose.
Like, why would you choose that?
I guess it was
also so much darkness and like bad energy, probably.
Oh, there's probably tons of bad energy there.
Like,
yeah,
why would you?
Which
pick
like you
that?
don't want for your.
It's also a huge place. Why would you pick that?
I feel like they probably could have picked other
like
areas
literally any other room
for that, but anyway, that's what they chose.
That's special.
So guests who have stayed in the honeymoon suite have reported seeing a woman standing at the end of the bed wearing a white nightgown.
Goodbye.
Yeah, her face is eerily missing part of her jaw and chin.
I don't love that.
No, I don't love that either.
Don't love that. Wait, so it's just tongue?
I guess, or like
it's just part of her jaw. It's not her whole jaw.
Not her whole jaw. Part of it says part of her jaw and chin. So like this area is kind of missing.
So you can
it's
still
like
so still teeth and okay.
So Norman Baker has also been seen in the hotel lobby, often wearing his signature lavender shirt and white linen suit. So that's another like not fun fact about him, but like a fact, he loved purple. He was obsessed with purple. I think like his car was purple. He always like wore purple. I think too like a lot of the color inside the hotel, like he painted purple, and like you can still see, I think he like painted the chimneys purple, and like you can still, if you go and look at them, you can still kind of see it.
That's
like
interesting.
The old paint. Yeah,
but isn't like in color theory like purple's like it's like psychic and like spirituality. Well, I know when you do like your like everyone has like a different aura, and like purple is like spirituality and like psychic ability.
Interesting.
Whereas like I literally can't think of any others, but like yellow is like happiness obviously. Yeah. So like you associate like different colors obviously with like different feelings and different things. So like I wonder if he just had like an obsession with purple, or if he was like, well, people like, associate purple with like this and that.
He did think he was like a spirit. I think like he in his mind thought maybe that like he obviously was a con man, but maybe he.
That's why
Loki kind of thought he was like a healer and like a like a guru and like, right.
I wonder though if he picked it because he felt that way, if he picked it randomly, or if he picked it because he is
But you have to think
if he picked it because he's a con man and he knew that people would like associate. It was also so long ago though, so I wonder if this was even a thing back then. Like, I don't know. Colored psychology, I don't know, but
I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting because like. You can like a color, but he was like obsessed with it. Yeah, it was like his whole personality kind of thing. So like, you have to like, you have to wonder about that.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Interesting to think about.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm very into color theory.
I know.
It's like my jam.
No, I love it. So staff urge guests not to provoke the spirit of Norman Baker, as he is known to be unfriendly and aggressive.
That makes sense.
Yeah, checks out.
That tracks.
So although Baker didn't die in the hotel, many wonder if his spirit was called back in order to atone for the atrocities he committed there. Because right, he didn't die. He died in Florida.
He died on his yacht.
Yeah, but then people see him, so it makes you wonder, right?
Well, yeah, maybe he's attached to something in the hotel.
Yeah, which I think if it is indeed his spirit, I think that makes sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's where he did his main con, so.
Exactly. So there's also like other unknown spirits, and like I have like a lot of like just other encounters that people have experienced there that aren't necessarily tied to like one specific ghost. These are more like we don't really know like things that have happened, and then there's like other spirits people have seen but they don't know, like they don't have a name or like anything like that. So several unknown ghosts are also seen around the hotel. In the dining room, staff have spotted a man in Victorian era clothing sitting near a window. When staff approach him, he says, "I saw the most beautiful woman here last night, and I am waiting for her to return before vanishing." Yeah, which is like
kind of sweet.
That's to me that feels residual.
Yeah,
right.
That does feel residual.
Yeah, but also the fact that like you can approach like a ghost and like it just talks to you.
Yeah, it's freaky.
So also in the dining room, a server once looked into a mirror and saw a Victorian couple in wedding clothes standing behind her.
That's kind of freaky.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't love that.
No. Especially when you're just like at work, like
you're literally just trying to do your job.
And you like look in a mirror and you see that, I'd be like
oh,
I'm quitting. Bye. I low-key though wouldn't quit. Like I would kind of love that.
I mean, I would, but I'd also like I would not. I feel like I wouldn't thrive working in an environment it's haunted.
Probably not.
I would need like people with me
Yeah.
24/7. I'd have to like go to the bathroom. I'd be like, can we do this? Can we make this a group activity?
Yeah.
Like I would not. Be able to
So
do
I
that
did
myself.
work at a place that I'm pretty sure is haunted, Ancaster Mill.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if there's like lore. I've never actually looked it up to see if like there's like written lore about it. But so it's like Ancaster Mill is like, it used to be an old mill, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think in like during the war, I think like the 1812 war or sometime around that, they like used it to like house like prisoners and shit.
Oh.
So I worked there as, it's like an event venue now, so people do like weddings and stuff, and they have like a restaurant. So I worked like doing like the weddings and events and stuff. And then there was one time when we had to like in like the basement level.
Ugh.
You have to like, you can't like just access it through the building. You have to like go around and stuff.
No,
it's just like a storage area. Like we had to go down there to get something. And the other people that I was working with who came down with me were like, oh yeah, you can still see like holes in the wall where like they had the chains for like the prisoners and shit.
Interesting.
Yeah. There was like the one area which like was the mill.
Yeah.
And like super old. And then they obviously like, they have like another part of it that's like newer. Like that, like a newer addition. You can like, I never had any like experiences. I only worked there for about 6 months, and I was always like with people and like stuff, but you could feel a huge energy difference between like the really old part and the newer part. It was weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then people told, like my coworkers like told me of like experiences people
that they
had there. Yeah. There was like one, so like it's the, I don't know, maybe people listen who have been to Ancaster Mill, the 1812 room. It's like the room in like the lower level where like it's like a smaller room where you can have like weddings and stuff. You have to like take stairs to get down there. I think someone told me that like someone had like walked to go down the stairs and they like saw like a woman in like old Victorian clothing like standing at like the base of the stairs.
Goodbye.
Yeah, it was on those stairs that I actually twisted my ankle.
Oh, maybe she pushed you.
Maybe. No, it was my fault. I was carrying like a huge like thing of like tablecloths, and I like could not see in front of me, and I was just like la la la, and I like tripped and fell.
Oh, that sucks.
But yeah, it was fun working there.
That's
for the
spooky.
Ghost things, but then like I just was like, I can't work these hours anymore.
Yeah,
working
weddings is a lot. Yeah,
it was a lot of work. Anyway, so during one holiday season, staff had decorated a Christmas tree in the dining room and laid presents beneath it. When they returned the next morning, the tree and presents were found in a different part of the room.
Weird.
And dining chairs were positioned around the tree in a circle.
Huh?
Which to me is like kind of demon-y.
That is, but it's also, I took that in a different way.
Did you?
I didn't
How
think
did you
it was
take
demon-y.
it?
I was like, they were just like, all
like the
sitting
ghosts were
together
sitting
and having
around?
a Christmas party.
Aw, that's way more wholesome.
Mine was so innocent. You're like, that gives
demon.
demon. It does though, because like of the moving objects and stuff.
To me,
like,
it's
I feel
just
like
like
a ghost can't do that.
Well, maybe ghosts
they
can, but I
can.
feel like for me, it's like ritualistic almost, like putting it in a circle.
Oh.
So that's like kind of why I was thinking like demon.
I just thought they all wanted to be close together by the tree while
Yeah.
they were swapping stories of their youth.
Sorry, I was just like checking my microphone. Swapping stories of their youth. Oh, that's actually so wholesome that my mind did not go there at all. Sidebar. So obviously, Ghost Adventures.
Oh my god.
They have been there, and I watched the episode. It's really weird because they mention the resident spirits, like all the ones I mentioned, but then they also are like, and then there's the demon. But then they never like bring it up again, and I never, in my research and in the documentary, I never saw any
demon?
one mention an
demon.
entity that they called the demon. So I don't know where that came from. So if you watch the Ghost Adventures episode and you see that and you're like, wait a sec, I don't know.
Yeah.
So maybe there is something
there
more
is,
evil
but if you
there.
didn't come back,
I literally didn't come across it.
I feel
and
like
then if they
there
did mention
was-
it in the documentary, like I feel like it's, I don't know.
and I feel like if there was, there'd be like more documented,
right?
demony
So I'm like,
stuff.
maybe it's just like Ghost Adventures trying to like make it seem like more evil, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
So-
mean, it makes sense that if there is one because of all the shit that happened.
There was a lot of
Like,
evil,
if there is
dark
a
shit
demon
there,
that's
yeah.
there, it's probably
There could
very well be
a demon
because
there.
of all the negative things
Correct.
that happened there. So.
Yeah. So a couple staying on the second floor reported an eerie encounter with a man in a black suit. Again, the second floor.
Oh, that gives demon to
Yeah.
me.
So as they stepped off the elevator, well, this actually was like a nice spirit. Just wait. So as they stepped off the elevator,
Sorry
the
if
man
you can hear Murph
No, it's
barking
okay.
in the background.
As they stepped off the elevator, the man greeted them, escorted them to their room, and even opened the door for them. Like, they legit thought, like, this man, like, worked at the hotel.
What?
Yeah. So, but when they turned around to thank him and offer him a tip, he had vanished without a trace.
Aww.
So, the couple inquired at the front desk, and staff confirmed that no one matching that description worked at the hotel. So he's just like, I don't know, he's just like a man who likes to help people, I guess.
Just a helpful dude.
Yeah.
Signing souls away to Satan.
I mean, yeah.
I open the door for you. Boom. Soul.
Boom.
Boom roasted.
Boom roasted. So further adding to the hotel's lore, which this one is kind of creepy, is the spirit of a woman who has been seen falling from one of the balconies. No one knows if she jumped or was pushed, and is referred to as the girl in the mist. So I guess, like, it's from, like, on the outside of the hotel,
yeah,
and, like,
be.
you just, like, look up and see someone falling, but then, like, no one's there, which that would be, like, crazy, because you probably would
you'd
think
probably
it was,
run
like,
inside being like, oh my god, someone just fell, and
well,
like,
right.
no one's there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Love that.
Yeah, right. So in 2004, two couples spent the night at the Crescent Hotel, but one of the women's stays turned into a night she'd never forget. After the couples went to bed, she noticed the man from the other couple repeatedly walking to and from the bathroom. So they all stayed in, like, the same room together. So assuming he just couldn't sleep, she eventually drifted off until she was jolted awake by the distinct sensation of someone grabbing her toes. Which, no, please no.
Please, no.
I don't like that.
God, no.
No one was there.
Ugh.
So later,
What a horrible, horrible way to wake up.
yeah, right?
Someone being like, this little piggy went to the market.
But that almost kind of reminds me of Amarildo, where he was, like, jolted awake because someone
Yeah, I know.
grabbed his balls.
Aw, poor Amarildo.
I know. So no one was there. So later, half asleep, she heard a man clear his throat right beside her.
Oh, God.
Yeah. On the side opposite her husband.
No.
She glanced over and saw both men sound asleep. The next morning, she mentioned the constant trips to the bathroom, only for the man to insist he hadn't gotten up once.
Oh, no.
Terrified, both couples packed their bags and left the hotel immediately.
I would as well.
Like, yeah,
I would as well.
So the night manager reported that he sometimes receives calls from rooms that are unoccupied.
No.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, I hate that.
So security will be sent up to check out the room, and bellhops will even replace the phone in the room. But then he'll receive yet another call from the same room.
So
even though they, like, just
freaky.
checked that no one's in there.
Oh,
yeah.
But honestly, if I was a ghost, I'd probably do that.
I would do that too.
Because it'd be
just
entertaining.
To, like, mess with people.
Yeah.
So a frequent guest named Danita, and she's also in the documentary, once stayed the night with her daughter Courtney, and then in the middle of the night, she felt her bed shift and noticed that someone was standing at the foot of her bed.
I hate that.
Right. So she initially believed it to be Courtney, obviously, but then she looked over and Courtney was sound asleep beside her.
Yikes.
On another occasion, Danita and Courtney stayed in the North Penthouse suite. In the room, Courtney started noticing flashing lights, and they both heard the sound of footsteps coming down the wooden stairs. So I guess this is like a two-story suite. So there's stairs, like, in the room. The footsteps stopped, and they then heard the sound of a pill bottle shaking. So they were saying that, like, one of the other people that they were staying with had brought, like, a bottle of Tylenol with them. So it was almost like the ghost stopped, saw the bottle of Tylenol, like, picked it up and, like, shook it to be like, what is this?
Interesting.
Yeah. The room quickly grew extremely cold.
Ugh.
Terrified, they both started taking photos. And I have the photos.
Oh my God.
In a photo Courtney captured, dozens of orbs can be seen.
Interesting.
Which I will show you now.
Yeah, show me. If there's
Fair
any
warning.
glowing eyes, I'm actually out. Like,
I don't think
glowing
there's
eyes
glowing
in the dark
eyes.
is the scariest thing.
There's a lot of ghost photos that I
Oh,
have.
really?
A lot.
I'm excited.
There's a lot. Here. So this is, I couldn't find the actual photo, so this is me taking a picture of my laptop of the documentary when they show the photo.
Oh my God.
It's like the entire screen is just orbs.
Also, they're lying if they said this place was renovated.
I mean,
I'm just kidding. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It almost looks like bubbles.
Yeah, right?
That's
like
so
someone blew a bunch
weird.
of bubbles, which, who knows, maybe they did. And like,
Maybe they did, and then they took a bunch of photos. Who knows?
Yeah. So then, in a photo taken by Danita, a woman wearing Victorian-style clothing appears to be sitting in a chair with her hands folded. I also have that one.
No.
It's like...
See, that gives demon to me.
Right.
That's demon.
It's like not... So these are... So both these
It's
photos...
weirdly not nearly as demony as Liz's ghost photo. If you haven't seen that, please go to our TikToks and look at it.
It's like one of our earlier videos of
It's the most demon photo I've ever seen.
Pretty bad.
That's the worst. That one actually almost sent me into a coma.
Yeah.
That one, because you know what that looks like? It looks like there's a woman sitting in the chair and there's a bunch of people around her holding hands. That's what I see in that photo. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
If you want to see those photos, you have to watch the documentary because I don't think I have the rights to post them.
Fair.
Yeah. But again, it's Tales from the Crescent. Both those photos are in there. So some also believe that a portal exists on the 3rd floor where the hotel connects to an annex built when it was a hospital. In this area, multiple guests have felt weak and panicked, and some have even fainted. Yeah. So the Crescent Hotel stands today as both a stunning piece of history and a monument to the strange and unexplained. By day, it's a luxury getaway filled with laughter, music, and the hum of tourists exploring its grand halls. But by night, the whispers of its past return. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the Crescent Hotel has a way of holding up to its history and those who've crossed its threshold. So if you ever find yourself in Eureka Springs, take a walk through the Crescent Hotel, but keep your eyes open because you might just catch a glimpse of someone who never checked out.
Ooh.
And I have more ghost photos to show you.
Excellent.
But if you have thoughts now, you can also let me know.
That was really cool.
Yeah, right?
That was really interesting.
Yeah.
So much ghost activity there.
So much ghost activity.
I really want to go.
Same.
Like I would love to do a ghost tour there. I would probably stay there.
I would stay there.
Like I feel like just so interesting.
Yeah.
But it's wild.
Right? I was just like, so I found out about this because Morbid Podcast did an episode about it like over the summer.
Cool. Yeah.
I was like, oh, this hotel seems so cool. Like I want to do an episode about it. And then I had it on my like list to do for a while.
Yeah.
And then I'd like forgot a lot of what I heard on the podcast because it had been like months. And then like going into the research again, I was like, oh my God, like there's so much, like the history of it.
Yeah.
All the ghosts that are there. I'm like, damn, this place is like steeped in like lore.
Yeah.
Which like, obviously like I don't love the fact that it was like the hospital part. Like that's
horrible.
awful. But like I just love like
the ghost part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I really want to fucking go there. Would you like to see the ghost photos
Yes.
now? There was one, like some of them I'm kind of like, yeah, okay. But this one I actually had like a physical like I was like, ugh. So this one photo, so I guess like these people were just staying in one room. I don't know, does it say what room they were staying in? I don't think so. So they stayed there for 3 nights. They took a ghost tour. And this was actually this year. But they were there in April of 2025. So they took 2 photos. So this is the first. There's nothing in this photo. But they took like a photo in the mirror.
Yeah.
And you can see like... And then this is the second photo.
Oh. No.
So...
No.
So...
Wrong. I rebuke that.
I rebuke it.
I rebuke it.
I rebuke it in the name of the Lord.
I rebuke it.
So the first photo is just like you can see 2 people standing in like a mirror in their hotel room. Just normal. And then in the second photo, it's like the woman's like standing a bit lower, but there's literally like a figure standing directly behind the lady.
At first, I was looking everywhere else and I didn't see for a hot second. Then I looked at her and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Like in the first photo, it's just the 2 of them.
Ugh.
But in the second, there's a third figure behind them. So like, yeah, that one's not the one that I had a visceral reaction to.
Oh my God. I already had a visceral. I just spit everywhere. Oh.
Okay, this one isn't the one that I had a visceral reaction to either, but I think it's
what
so good.
room was that taken in?
I'll look again, but I don't know if they said.
That's okay. I was just curious. I was literally just curious.
Okay, so this one, so they posted, I think they were just like in the hallway and they took a photo. It looks like it's just like a window and it looks out. I don't know if it looks out outside or if it just looks to like another part of the hotel. But they said like you can see something like standing on the other side of the window. So this is just like the photo.
Okay.
And then I'll zoom in.
Oh God.
I love when you see it. You like get scared.
Oh. Okay, weirdly, I feel like the first one scared me more for some reason.
Yeah.
But I think that's only because I have a personal phobia with mirrors.
Fair, yeah. It wasn't a mirror, so that's like
Yeah,
an extra
mirrors,
like layer.
Like, if it's
This is
not in a
just-
mirror.
This is just like through a window.
Oh god, she looks like she's smiling at something.
Yeah.
Don't love that. But it also looks like there's something else down there. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yikes.
Ew.
Yeah, that one's grosser to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if I'm gonna include this one in the video I make, but if you guys want to like just look on Reddit, you'll find a bunch of ghost photos. These are all from Reddit.
Or don't look on Reddit.
I mean, you don't have to.
Want to see them.
I'm not holding a gun to your head. You can do what you want. But if you're curious, just go on Reddit.
No,
okay,
that's
this is the
fair.
one where I had like a legitimate.
There's more?
Yeah, this is the one where I was like, holy fuck.
Oh my god. I thought that was the one that. Okay.
No.
All right. Let me just mentally prepare myself over here.
Okay, so it's just a photo of the hallway.
Okay.
So the person wrote, zoom in on the door frame under the elevator sign,
Great.
taken in a burst during the ghost tour. So I'm just going to show you it from far away.
Okay.
Look under the elevator sign and zoom in.
What? No. I rebuke that.
Yeah, that one, I was like, oh.
I rebuke that.
Because I didn't like notice it at first.
No,
and then I was
that
like,
one's
that's
kind of
like
sneaky.
A full lady.
You actually don't see it unless you zoom in.
It's like a full lady like peeking behind like the court, like where the elevators are.
Maybe we don't want to go here. Take it back.
I fucking want to go here.
I take it back. Oh my god, that was scary.
And then so someone commented like, "Are you sure there were no people near the elevator?" Like so, like maybe it's like an actual person. And
that is
OP,
not a person. They're
know.
literally gray.
Yeah,
And
they are. They are gray.
They look like a ghost.
So OP commented and said, with both how fast the other apparition was there and out, then how quickly she was there and gone, I knew for sure it couldn't be a person. Because I think they were taking like
Yeah.
a burst of photos and like it just kind of like came up. And like in the burst, so I have a 1 second video taken maybe 2 seconds before this of like there's like another thing moving. So yeah, that's the Crescent Hotel. That's the Crescent Hotel.
Spooky.
Yeah, right?
Whew.
So we have to add Arkansas to our
To our list.
Our tour.
Our tour.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing or following us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and leaving us a 5-star review. You can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Haunted Hangout Podcast. And if you have a spooky story you'd like to share, you can email it to hauntedhangoutpodcast13@gmail.com.
Thanks for tuning into Haunted Hangout. As always, stay curious, and if you do visit the Crescent Hotel, be careful when you're taking a mirror selfie, because you never know what's going to be in the background.
And if you have been to the Crescent Hotel, please let us know.
Share your selfies with
Share
us.
your selfies. Okay, bye.
Bye.